Sure. My name is David Williamson. I'm 46 years old. I'll actually turn 47 here in less than a month. I live in suburb of Houston, Texas, and I am a automation salesman and engineer for a small engineering company based out of Dallas.
With that said, what was some of the things that you were struggling the most before you joined the program with Body HD Fitness?
Just being consistent with dieting, with work schedule, kids' activities, sports schedule, just life in general. Mm-hmm. Staying consistent and staying on a plan without big breaks in it was difficult.
And what was some of your fitness goals?
It was just not to get fatter, and to try to maintain some level of muscularity, but it was just work out when I could, when I had time, when I could fit it in, and just make sure I get enough to eat, not necessarily counting or making a meal plan at all.
True. So you're saying most of it was just like trying to find time to train and then preventing to get heavier. Am I correct?
Yeah, basically it was swinging it.
Now, why did you decide to join Body HD Fitness and my team? Like, was it something that you couldn't do by yourself?
I've done this in the past, like we talked about. I did some bodybuilding in my younger years, but the older I get, the old things didn't work anymore, or didn't work as well. I wasn't responding as well as I did in the past, whether it be age or stress levels or just life, right? With the plant-based approach or vegan approach, I'd never done it before. I didn't know what to eat, like what combinations to eat, making sure I wasn't deficient in anything, and really how to get a balanced meal plan, an athletic meal plan from just plants.
And what type of results were you getting from what you were doing in the present?
I would put on muscle pretty fast. Usually, if I took a layoff and I started back up, I would ramp up, and 5-10 pounds in a month and a half was pretty typical. And the strength levels would go up, but the body fat, I would accumulate it, and it would just start to kind of creep up until all of a sudden I'm like, man, I'm a little out of shape. And now I'm decently out of shape. And now I'm out of shape.
By joining the program and doing everything what it consists of, was it by achieving the goals that you already achieved so far, was it going to play a significant role, like in your job, maybe family?
Both my kids are athletes. They're starting their athletic careers, one's in high school, one's in junior high. The goal is to learn how to do this because it's a healthier lifestyle, longevity, and athletic performance, and to teach them, right? To teach them how to eat to best fuel their performance, to best fuel their practices, their games, and just for academic performance in school and stuff, so they can think clearly all day. For my wife and I, to learn to be healthier, to not have to go to the doctor.
All right, so mostly just to inspire them, help them be healthy. Okay, all right, perfect, man.
And then of course, because I did it in the past, if I get the opportunity to have a bodybuilder physique again, I'm going to take it, of course.
Awesome, man. And what type of results did you get so far being in the program?
So I've been on for 5 weeks now. And correct me if I'm wrong, but
yeah, about 5 weeks. Yep.
Started at a body weight of 250 pounds, and yesterday I weighed in at 231 pounds. And I think my body fat dropped 10%.
Yeah, you went from 250 with 18% body fat, and now you're all the way down to 231 with 10% body fat. Yes. And you're looking ripped in these pictures. Like you can see the six-pack, striations going through your chest, vascularity through your arms. Like, you're looking good, man. I mean, you don't want to bodybuild?
Oh yeah, of course. That's right.
Do a show, man. Nah, that's cool. And what was some of the things that you learned the most out of the program so far?
So the first week, the diet was tough. Just adjusting to that few calories, it was kind of shocking, honestly. Mm-hmm. And learning how to do it, learning how to balance the meals, learning how to balance, deal with being hungry, deal with the workouts and being hungry. But once you got past that first week and you learned how to adapt and how to get in the routine, it works well. It held me accountable. It took the guesswork out of it, mm-hmm. right? It took the guesswork out of, what am I going to do today? What am I going to eat today? I know this is what is expected of me, and this is what I'm going to do. I got to get it done.
And how do you feel so far? Losing the weight, being where you're at. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel fantastic. I got to buy some new clothes and stuff because my old clothes is too big. But no, I feel great. My endurance just from a bigger guy. Cardio is no fun for us bigger guys. But I got to the point where, the 30 minutes on my assault bike with my headphones in, I could push myself and I could listen to music and just kind of think and clear my mind. It was actually awesome.
No, that's nice. That's really good to hear. And with that said, if someone was watching this video right now and they're on the fence about joining Body HD Fitness with myself and my team, what would you tell them? What would you tell that individual? I
would say you have a lot of different choices with the internet and social media. There's a ton of trainers and Instagram experts and all those people, right? Hiring good people is expensive, but hiring amateurs is way more expensive. Like, you can't afford to hire an amateur. If you're going to do it, you might as well hire a professional. Because I know a lot of trainers from my past in bodybuilding and CrossFit, and a lot of these people, they come across as, they have decent physiques and stuff, and they work out hard. But once you get below that surface level to help a new person out, they don't know. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I would say to try to sell that service, you'd be doing whoever you sold it to a disservice. So it's a lot of work. Meal prep's a lot of work, right? To prepare the meals ahead of time, you have to do them because no one has time to cook all day long every day of the week. Mm-hmm. And, had it not been for my wife's support, I wouldn't have been able to do this. There's no way. With two busy kids and a busy career and all the things we have going on, it would have been impossible. And I would have probably washed out because I wouldn't have been able to sleep.
And you're a very busy individual, am I correct?
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's a lifestyle change. So you agree upon it together and you agree to support each other. One person, one may want to go more in than the other, which is fine, but you still you support the other, right? But you agree upon it beforehand, and all right, we're going to have to roll up our sleeves, and it's going to be a little bit of work, and we're going to be busy, but we're going to make sacrifices. Instead of sitting on the couch for 2 hours a night watching TV, we're going to be doing this instead.
Yeah.
But as long as we're doing it together and it's something we have a common interest in, it'll actually bring you closer.
What was that discussion that you had with your wife that y'all were able to find that agreement so you can go ahead and continue and do this successfully?
We knew we didn't know the pricing until you gave us the pricing, but I could tell it wasn't going to be cheap. Like, nobody who's good at what they do comes cheap, right? I consider you good at what you do. And, the shopping and the eating healthy is not as cheap as eating like crap. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be convenient. We knew it wasn't going to be convenient. We decided before even the money came into the equation that it's worth it. Mm-hmm. Whatever it costs, it's worth it because it's an investment for the future. It's not only for us, but for our children. And our kids, my kids watch what I do, right? And they see how hard I'm working at this. And now all of a sudden they're pouring themselves harder into their sports and what they're doing. Because they're like, man, dad's doing that. Hey, I can work a little bit harder.
After having that conversation, putting the kids first and really wanting to inspire them and be there for longevity, for the future, for yourself and your kids, like you're saying right now your kids are even being inspired and they're training harder. in their sports and what they're doing?
Yes.
That's amazing, man. Well, with that said, David, thank you again for sharing your story. I know right now we're doing that reverse diet pretty much, so we can try to get you to that maintenance calories. So this is definitely going to give you more freedom of food to eat what you want. So I know it's been a tough 5 weeks, 5-6 weeks. It's been tough, but now we're seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. So I mean, you're pretty much there, but when it comes to your physique, it looks great, and it's just going to even look better once we start adding more calories into your lifestyle. And then hopefully you can continue to teach your kids about balancing out diets and optimizing their performance, and actually helping out your whole entire household to be healthy, to increase longevity and performance as well. So just want to say thank you for definitely sharing your story so other people can listen to your story and get inspired by it.